The Peerless Sword and Blade Chapter 3. The shopkeeper, having subdued the man's attack, said, "He's a disciple of the Wuxing sect. Stealing money pouches is something they absolutely wouldn't do." The man's aggressive demeanor immediately subsided at the shopkeeper's words. He lowered his head and said, "Yes, I know I was wrong." Liu Jianyin sheathed his sword, saying, "Brother, I truly did not steal your money pouch. I swear it on my life." The man, seeing the sincerity in Liu Jianyin's words, and aware of the Wuxing sect's impeccable reputation in the martial arts world, bowed. "I apologize, I was acting rashly, and I beg your pardon for my offense." Liu Jianyin returned the courtesy, saying, "Brother, may I invite you to share a drink?" He then turned to the shopkeeper. "Please, Madam Shopkeeper, prepare another table of food and drink." Glancing around and seeing that the other customers had been frightened away, he added, "I will pay for the damage and everyone's drinks and food." The shopkeeper smiled slightly. "It was my unruly son who was at fault. This meal is on me." With that, she instructed the waiter to prepare the food and drink. Liu Jianyin and the man sat down at another table, with the two women sitting beside them. Liu Jianyin asked the man, "Brother, you seem to be around my age, yet your skills are so refined. May I ask your name?" The man replied, "A wandering swordsman. What need for a surname?" "I am Li Daoguan." Liu Jianyin replied. "Oh," and then said, "I am Liu Jianyin. This is Jin Qing," gesturing to Wan Xinlan, "and this is Jin Qing's cousin, Wan Xinlan." Li Daoguan's expression turned one of astonishment. "Are you, perhaps, the heirs of the Jin family of the Divine Sword sect and the Wan family of Wanzhou Manor?" The two women nodded. Li Daoguan was greatly surprised. He stood up, raised his cup, and said, "I did not know your identities. To have drawn blades against you, I shall drink to apologize for my rudeness." He emptied the cup in one gulp. Li Daoguan's reaction was a testament to the esteemed positions held by the Divine Sword sect and Wanzhou Manor in the martial arts community. After finishing his drink, Li Daoguan sat down, his face full of apology. "I was truly foolish. Disciples of the Wuxing sect are known for their upright character. How could I ever suspect them of such petty theft? I am truly sorry," the two women said in unison. "It's a case of enemies meeting, becoming friends." They then laughed together. After a moment, Liu Jianyin asked, "Brother Li, with such exceptional skills, I wonder to which school you belong?" Li Daoguan replied, "My master is Hu Weixiong, the senior disciple of Tiaping Ren of the Yin sect." Liu Jianyin burst into laughter. "Ah, so that's it. No wonder your martial arts are so superb." Li Daoguan smiled faintly. The Yin sect was also a renowned and powerful sect in the martial arts world. Tiaping Ren possessed unparalleled martial prowess and profound Taoist knowledge, earning the admiration of many. Together with the Wuxing sect, they were known as the outward and inward, signifying that although the two sects were different, both were impartial and honest, reflecting their true selves. The Wuxing sect being the outward and the Yin sect the inward. The shopkeeper slowly walked over and sat beside Li Daoguan. "My son, may I ask which master in the Wuxing sect you are a disciple of?" Seeing his mother approach, Li Daoguan quickly stood up. "Mother, this is my mother, Li Yinlan." Liu Jianyin was startled, immediately rising to greet her. "So you are the esteemed senior Li Yinlan, the double flower hands." Li Yinlan smiled faintly. "No need for formalities, just call me auntie." After a pause, she said, "Young master, you haven't answered my question yet." Liu Jianyin scratched the back of his head. "My master is Jian Huaitian, the sect leader of the Wuxing sect." Li Yinlan was secretly amazed, thinking, "I never imagined Huaitian would have such a young disciple." She then smiled. "Your master and I share some history. Please give him my regards." Liu Jianyin bowed. "I will certainly. Auntie's greetings." Li Yinlan stood up. "Since you are a disciple of Jian Huaitian, feel free to stay. Don't worry about the in-charges or meals." Liu Jianyin was overjoyed. "Thank you, auntie." Li Yinlan nodded and left. Liu and Li spent the evening in pleasant conversation. Finding much common ground, they swore brotherhood. With Li Daoguan being a year older, becoming the elder brother, their brotherhood celebration involved further drinking. The two women joined in the revelry with gusto, until finally succumbing to the alcohol and retiring to their rooms. The next morning, Liu Jianyin and the two women bid farewell to Li Daoguan and Li Yinlan, and set off for the Wuxing sect. After half a day's journey, they finally arrived. The Wuxing sect's architecture was simple, yet the numerous buildings covered a vast expanse of land, nestled amidst majestic mountains, creating a magnificent sight. As soon as they entered, they encountered a disciple sweeping the grounds. Seeing Liu Jianyin, the disciple's face lit up. "Junior uncle is back." Liu Jianyin nodded and headed straight for the main hall. Before reaching the entrance, he turned to the two women. Please wait here for a moment. The two women nodded, and Liu Jianyin entered the hall. The interior of the hall was similarly austere. A painting hung on the wall, depicting a single, powerful character, sword. The calligraphy was dynamic and vibrant, resembling the energy of a master swordsman. Below the character stood an elderly man in white robes, his hair and beard completely white, yet his face was unlined and radiant, a clear indication of his mastery of internal energy. This was Jian Huaitian, the sect leader of the Wuxin sect. Liu Jianyin stepped forward and bowed, calling out, "Master." Jian Huaitian stroked his beard. "Have you completed the task I assigned you?" Liu Jianyin replied, "The 13 poisons of the western regions, the 5 tyrants of the South China Sea, and the Huashan imp have all been eliminated. I believe I have not disappointed you." "Master," Jian Huaitian smiled slightly, "well done. Those individuals were utterly wicked, deserving of extermination. I wonder what my 5th and 7th junior brothers were thinking, allowing them to live so long. Your journey across the land to eliminate these evildoers is a considerable achievement." Liu Jianyin smiled. "It's all thanks to the martial arts you have taught me." "Master," Jian Huaitian smiled and waved his hand, seating himself on the dais. "You brought 2 friends. Why leave them outside? That's inconsiderate. Bring them in immediately." Liu Jianyin obeyed, summoning the 2 women inside. Upon seeing Jian Huaitian, the 2 women curtsied. "Junior disciples greet the senior." Jian Huaitan chuckled. "Guests are welcome. There's no need for ceremony. Please, have a seat." Jinqing and Wan Xinlong thanked him before sitting down. Jian Huaitan asked, "May I know your names?" "Ladies," Jinqing replied, "I am Jinqing, and this is my cousin, Wan Xinlong." Jian Huaitan listened, smiled faintly, and closed his eyes, saying nothing further. The 2 women were puzzled, while Liu Jianyin smiled. After a moment, Jian Huaitian opened his eyes, judging by Miss Jane's breathing. It is even, calm, long and powerful, yet also soft. Surely the internal energy of the Jin family of the Divine Sword sect. Miss Wan's breathing, on the other hand, is light, quick, seeming both illusory and real. Undoubtedly the internal energy of Wanjiao Manor. What brings you both here? Jinqing and Wan Xinlong were secretly astounded. Senior Jian, your martial arts are second to none. Truly remarkable. You discerned our schools merely from our breathing. They felt immense respect for Jian Huaitian. Jinqing said, "My cousin and I lost our way on our way back to Wanjiao Manor, and were aided by your esteemed disciple, leading us here." There were 10 individuals in the martial arts world, renowned for their righteous spirit, known collectively as the 10 Absolutes, all disciples of the same master. Their martial arts were unparalleled. Jian Huaitian was one of the 10 Absolutes, ranked 2nd. Upon hearing Jinqing's explanation, Jian Huaitian turned to Liu Jianyin. "Jianyin, what happened?" Liu Jianyin recounted the events to Jian Huaitian, who nodded. "I understand. I'll have someone escort you back tomorrow. Rest here tonight." It then instructed an attendant to guide the 2 women to their accommodations. After the 2 women left the hall, Jian Huaitian asked Liu Jianyin, "You met them? Why didn't you send them back to Wanjiao Manor?" Liu Jianyin said, "I was eager to return and report, so I brought them back with me." Jian Huaitian shook his head, his face showing anger. "The tenet of our Wuxin sect is to act righteously and justly, never to delay others for one's own sake. Having met them, you should have sent them back first. Yet you prioritized your report, bringing them to the Wuxin sect. Such selfishness violates the spirit of righteousness." Liu Jianyin, realizing his mistake, quickly said, "Yes, master. I know I was wrong. I will not do it again." Jian Huaitian sighed. "Forget it. This is your first time in the martial arts world. Making mistakes is inevitable. Just learn from it." Liu Jianyin nodded. Jian Huaitian said, "Tell me about your encounters with those evildoers." In detail, Liu Jianyin, thinking, "My mission was successful. Master will surely praise me," secretly pleased himself, and began. "When I fought the 13 poisons, their leader attacked my head with his iron whip. I was about to parry with my sword, but sensed another attack from behind. Sensing danger, I leaped up. Below, the 13 poisons were attacking together. I spun midair, creating a flurry of sword moves with seeking flowers in the waves, killing all 13 in one go." Jian Huaitian narrowed his eyes, stroking his beard, and smiled. "Good. That decisive move was perfectly timed." "Excellent." "And the 5 tyrants?" Liu Jianyin, delighted by his master's praise, said, "The 5 tyrants' martial arts were nothing special, not worth mentioning." Jian Huaitian's eyebrows tightened. "Jianyin, one should never be arrogant. Killing such mediocre opponents like the 13 poisons should have been done in a single move. Why are you so pleased? Remember, Arrogance will hinder your progress. Your swordsmanship has reached its peak. Liu Jianing quickly apologized. Jian Huitian's expression softened. It's good that you can admit your mistakes. Let's talk about the 5 tyrants. Liu Jianing replied, yes, when I killed the 5 tyrants, I struck first, seeing them arranged in a 7-star formation. Although orderly, I noticed 2 gaps. Using the 7-star sword duel, I attacked through the gaps, killing all 5 with 1 move. Jian Huitian nodded. You should always seize opportunities. That swift strike must have taught the 5 tyrants a lesson. They'll have to ponder how to fill those gaps in the underworld. Jian Huitian praised him repeatedly. Liu Jianing delighted but cautious not to show it. Jian Huitian continued. You used only 1 move against the 13 poisons and the 5 tyrants. What about the Huashan imp? Liu Jianing responded. The Huashan imp's skill was somewhat better. I first probed his defenses by striking at his head, leg, and foot, all of which he blocked and then countered with a palm strike. I used my sword to protect my chest. He then swept at my legs. I jumped back and used crane flock kissing the moon 9 consecutive strikes aimed at his head, neck, chest, right hand, left foot, waist, shoulders, and groin. He blocked all of them with his hands and feet, each time striking the slightly dull part of my sword. He then leaped, striking at my head with a double palm strike. I met his attack. He then leaped back. Seizing the opportunity, I used Wind and Thunder Swift Sword and combined it with the Heart Shadow Step, striking him straight through the chest as he was still a foot from the ground. Killing him, he paused and asked, Master, what do you think? Jian Huitian laughed heartily. Jianyin, you still have a long way to go. Liu Jianyin was stunned. I killed all those people in less than 10 moves. Master, why do you say I? Jian Huitian waved his hand. Come, use the moves you used against the Huashan imp against me. Liu Jianyin bowed. Disciple will be careful. He attacked using the same moves he described. Only the final quick strike was parried by Jian Huitian. Jian Huitian then said, now we switch. You remember the Huashan imp's moves? Liu Jianyin nodded. Jian Huitian used his fingers to simulate the sword. 3 strikes at Liu Jianyin, which he blocked, then countered with a palm strike. Jian Huitian blocked the strike with his fingers. His left hand suddenly flipped over. He struck at Liu Jianyin's face, lightly tapping his nose. With this move, you could have won. He retracted his palm. Continue. Liu Jianyin immediately used a sweeping leg attack. Jian Huitian leaped back. That was crane flock kissing the moon, but combining it with the Heart Shadow Step would have dramatically increased its effectiveness. With that, Jian Huitian executed crane flock kissing the moon, moving at incredible speed, circling Liu Jianyin. Suddenly, a finger strike from the front, then a strike from the rear. In an instant, Liu Jianyin had received 9 strikes. This move was originally a frontal attack, but Jian Huitian, using the Heart Shadow Step, attacked from different angles, as if 9 people were attacking simultaneously, transforming an ordinary move into an incredibly powerful technique.
Let's stop reading the novel here. See you in the next chapter. Please follow us.